If you saw the short video that I posted on Facebook on the Pennies to Dollars site a few days ago, you saw how smoky the air is over the area where I live. I'm about 2.5 hours from where the wildfires have been raging in the Oklahoma Panhandle and also in southeast Kansas, where it has crossed over the border. As of the making of this video, about 283,000 acres have been burned. They've been fighting high winds, and we do have light ash falling over my house today. Our hearts go out to the firefighters and those who have lost barns and farmland and livestock through this ordeal. The high winds have made it difficult for the firefighters to be able to fight it from an aerial point of view. So I really am praying that this resolves itself soon, but I did want to show you a little bit of this and let you know that we are safe. It's still winter, but the grass and the weeds are starting to poke up green, telling us that spring is right around the corner. But it's still cold at night right now. It's in the 20s. So this week was soup week. So I'm back in the back bedroom right now, videoing with you. My husband is home sick. He got sick with some sort of sinus thing on the day that it was the most smoky and the most ash was falling. So I'm back here so that we don't hear any nose blowing. But I wanted to tell you what we made this week. I made some lentil soup. I used some of my homemade turkey broth in the freezer, and my husband took that for lunches for several days. And then I did a small shopping haul, and I'm going to show that to you next, along with the soup that I made for myself this week. Here is my small shopping haul for this week. I have a bag of tortilla chips, 13 ounces for $1.99. I got a box of chocolate malto meal for $5.49. Caesar dressing, $2.49. Milk, $2.59. An avocado, 88 cents. And then I got 6 butters for the freezer, 5 of the regular butter, 1 plant butter. They were all $2.99 each. On sale, we were down to 2 in the freezer. They had Reese's peanut butter chips marked down to $1.99. So I used up mine to make peanut butter fudge this year. They do last beyond the date. I can tell you that because mine at Christmas were beyond the date and they came out perfect. 2 bags of green split peas for $1.25 each, and a 10-pound bag of potatoes for $2.99. For myself this week, I made some split pea soup. I had about half of a 16-ounce jar of ham broth from Christmas that was frozen. So rather than using a ham bone that I also have frozen in the freezer, I decided to save the ham bone for later and use the ham broth in my split pea soup. I've already had 2 servings, and then I plated up the rest for 3 more servings for this week. So as I shared with you before, I use this back room as a cellar in the winter time. So I've been able to catch potatoes on sale a couple of times, and I have them back here stored in a box because it's really cold back here. And I have 15 pounds of extra potatoes back here that will keep really well because it is so cold. I caught some Always Save strawberry muffin mix on sale, and I used that this week instead of muffins to make myself some pancakes for breakfast. I'm lucky. I have one of those husbands that will eat leftovers. He will eat the same thing every day until it is gone. He doesn't mind eating the same thing every single day. I'm one of those, I need a little bit of variety. I don't mind having the same thing 2 or 3 times a week, but I like something else mixed in between those same meals. So this week I took a couple of soft tortillas. I added a little bit of refried beans, sauteed some onion, and just made myself some burrito tacos, and they were so delicious. Sometimes I think I forget about how easy it is to pull something that inexpensive out of the cabinet, like a can of refried beans and a couple of tortillas, and make up to 2 meals with just that little bit. we get so used to having bigger meals with like meat, potatoes, vegetable, or spaghetti and sauce and salad and French bread on the side that sometimes I think we forget how delicious some of those simple meals are. I had it without sour cream, without guacamole, without salsa, and it was still delicious. Here's another small shopping haul I had this month. I got an Afrin nose spray. I had one in the back stock, but my husband used it while he was sick, and it took $2 off on my Ibotta app. I picked up 2 Jimmy Dean sausage at Walmart. They were $3.97. I had $2.50 of a rebate back on my Swag Bucks app, which actually made this less expensive than Aldi. I got 3 large peppers at Aldi. Each package was $2.29. I thought that was a really good deal for this area. I really miss those 4 for $1 at the flea market down in South Texas. And I got a dozen eggs for $1.79 at Dillon's. Dillon's also had Prego spaghetti sauce on sale for $1.49. If you bought 5, we were completely out. This is the flavor that we like the most. I feel like I don't have to add any seasonings to this one. Some of the others that I buy, I feel like I have to add seasonings to. So we used up all of our other spaghetti sauce, and this is the only ones that I will be buying from now on once I catch them on sale. They also had Progresso soup, 8 for $10, which makes them $1.25 each. That is a really good deal. My husband ate a few of these while he was ill. I got a broccoli and cheese for myself, but a lot of their soups are gluten-free, which is why I like to keep them in the cabinet for something quick and simple when he doesn't feel good. So even though we are stocked up, you are seeing me purchase some small shopping hauls of things that we are either completely out of or getting really low on. My goal this year is to use up a lot of what I have. I've talked about that a lot this year. But my goal is also to make sure that whatever I buy has somewhere to go when I get it home. It is refilling a cabinet, a pantry shelf. It is not going in a tote. It is not going in a box. It is not going to be left in a shopping bag sitting around because I got a good deal. And I had some of those issues, and I am not doing that this year. This year, I am making sure that everything I buy has a place to go when it gets home. If I'm buying it for the deep freeze, there better be room in the deep freeze, and I better be running low on it. Let me know how you are stocking up this year. Have you had those issues? I don't think there's something that a lot of us talk about, the fact that we buy things on a sale and then get them home and maybe don't even have a place to put them. I'm being completely honest with you. That's how I have stocked up in the past. I think a lot of it comes from having a large family and always looking for that good deal and trying to save money. But sometimes we can take it a little bit too far, and I don't want to do that this year. I want to get rid of the last tote and the last box that I have. And that is my goal. Only buy what has a place to go. I always look forward to reading your comments on how you are saving money and how you are spending your money wisely. I think we can all help each other on this channel. So let me know, are there any topics that you would like for me to address? Even as a frugal person, sometimes we get in a pattern of doing things a certain way. And sometimes it gets where I have a roadblock and I'm not quite sure what I can tell you that would be helpful because I get used to just doing things the same way all the time to save money. And I don't think about whether or not it's something new that maybe I haven't told you about. So if I can be helpful in any way and it's within my wheelhouse, I would certainly love to share that with you on this channel or even address it so that others can make comments and we can talk about it. I hope you will follow me. I'm planning a road trip, as I am sharing with you in one of the upcoming videos. I'm going to take you along with me. I'm in the process of packing some things now to take with me to make my trip as frugal as possible, and I hope that you will join me for that video coming up. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the next one.